respect. When you lose even one of those, you take something away from those around you. The ones you love, your friends. We let down those closest to us without ever realising we'd done so. The people that didn't leave work at night, they worked the railways for the love of railways. They weren't silenced, they weren't subdued. They just didn't have anything to object to. By the time they realised there was a problem, it was too late. We didn't stifle them. We didn't lock them away. We didn't lie to them. We committed the worst.
Сделай тише, иди в комнату. Даня, прошу, не выгоняй его, я не могу говорить нажить. Тише сделай.
On the 6th of October 2015, the world was reintroduced to the horrors and suffering that began on a small island off the northwest coast of England.
I don't think the documentary showed anything we didn't already know. People had just become desensitised to what had happened to Thomas and his friends. The reaction, or rather, overreaction, began straight away.
This young man in the USA had become so traumatised by Shed 17, he had memorised all the dialogue and would do nothing but watch the programme in a loop, mouthing the words.
The town was buzzing with news of her pregnancy.
He would later be taken away to a psychiatric unit. Many viewers would be offered similar treatment, often being asked to illustrate what scared them and confronting it as a successful therapy. This young man began making his own model railway stories as a form of treatment. Soon many of these people would be allowed limited access to the outside world, even beginning to form social connections to people and in some cases form friendships.
After the Thomas incident became public, the tourist trade began to dry up. People stopped coming to Sodor for biofusion operations, and so there were massive layoffs on the railway itself.
Numerous attempts were made to salvage the tourist trade on Sodor. Finally, in a last-ditch attempt, the railway was promoted with an ill-judged celebrity endorsement.
Of the train.
But it wouldn't just be young people suffering. Many would suffer trauma in their own way, both human and biofused. They, along with other engines unfortunate enough to fall into this trap, were to take part in a sick pay-per-view event.
And they both possess a similar height.
advisors and supports, they were ready for the main event.
To the death, so they had to put their friendship aside. There was only one way to survive. Other engines would welcome opportunities offered by the British government.
Have we missed it yet? Wait for the 11:45.
Never mind the 11:45.
It must be late again.
Tommy, come on.
It's always held up.
His way to the shed where he was created. What he found was the answers to his questions, and many others. Since Sodar research had become producing biofuels vehicles, the world had asked, why had the first biofusion operation worked so well, but nearly every operation since had failed. Sadly, Thomas found the reasons inside.
Thomas had never been the first operation. He hadn't even been second.
What shed number 17 contained was evidence of several attempts to create a tank engine with Thomas's DNA. These had been early tests made by people with no experience of an experiment on this scale. Ill-planned and unprepared. Annie and Clarabelle, the first two biofused coaches, were put into service straight away.
Everyone was very excited. No one seemed to ask about where all the organic parts were in a coach. Or about those luxurious, expensive, pink leather furnishings. I don't even want to tell you what they found in the toilets.
Following this disaster, Annie and work on twins would become more extreme. to test just how far the telekinetic link in biofused matter would go. For one set of twins, the link would go too far. Whilst unseen horrors were administered on Donald, the doctors and specialists at Logistics could observe in full detail the torture as an unbreakable bond with his twin would tear Douglas apart. Logistics would also be seen as a welcome refuge from another threat on Sodor.